I know some people don't want to hear, but this is the fact. Honestly speaking, by people's free will, Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu is legitimately the elected president of Uganda. Ugandans believe that Electoral Commission, however much they declared Yoweri Kaguta Museveni as a winner, it was through invisible intimidation on Uganda point to declare Museveni to survive. If Electoral Commission could not declare him, could not survive and their family, either could be in jail or could be killed or in exile. So they had to choose which one is best for them, because Yoweri Kaguta Museveni never accept anyone to lead the country when he's still alive. Therefore, I have many points to prove that Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu, he won the elections, but he only needs a stronger body to help him to fight for his victory. We urge international communities not to recognize Yoweri Kaguta Museveni as a winner on behalf of some innocent Ugandans who cannot speak. Therefore, here are some of the points. During declaration of results, we saw some of the information circulating on the media indicating that Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu was leading the race with 69%. Let alone, it was indicating that he was leading by 71%, which was declared to Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. And that was for Yoweri Kaguta Museveni was given to Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu. Now, if we can trace the true signal where that video was captured to start circulating, it will indicate that it came from the military center where the tarring took place, meaning that someone was there and he was able to film those results, and then leak them to media to circulate. If they want, let them go and track the internet and see where that video was captured from. Then another thing, government came out and switched off internet. It was limited to some people who they wanted to access it, meaning that the graphics that we saw, it could not run with any gadget apart from when it has internet. And by that time, who had internet? It was those in government who had internet, meaning that those results were legitimate and no doubt with them, unless you have other points to second that. Let us talk about the entire process, starting from nomination day. We started with Electoral Commission when they were trying to limit, putting condition to the candidate not to come out and contest for the presidency's seat, whereby they could put 20 million and above for a candidate to be nominated. What does it mean? They are trying to limit some people who could come with a free will, who had the patriotic spirit to come out and represent Ugandans. Then they could put conditions of bringing hands of those who can second you to be president, of which we are expecting Electoral Commission at least to consider some certificates of leadership, either from schools, maybe from our residing communities, over a region section, like you are the one in charge of married people and so on of those communities. So that at least if you come out with that certificate, at least it can be considered that you have ever served in any position, so that you can be given a chance. Then another thing, this candidate, they are putting all those conditions. Is married, is having a marriage certificate in the country, is paying taxes, is having business, is having a TIN number, is having a NIN number, is having his ancestors in the country, is having his birth certificate in the country. But Electoral Commission did not consider all that. They told them to go and bring 100 hands of those ones, seconding them. And they started playing games over that, rejecting hands of those ones that were submitted, putting condition, delays and so on. It was a symbol that they were afraid of those ones to come out and contest for the president. Secondly, they were restricting a candidate to come out with the numbers to support him on the nomination day. What does it mean? They were worried of turn up of the numbers who would come out and trigger the voters' hype. It was also another point to consider. Then another thing, let us talk about the campaign, how it was. We can have a picture. Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu, he was stopped from accessing other parts of the country. He was stopped from accessing various parts of the country to search for his votes, reaching out to voters, seeking for his support. Police and the army were trying to stop him. Constitution of Uganda give a mandate to any candidate to approach any supporter, however congested they are, to ask for the votes, because those citizens where they reside, where they are, those are the ones to vote for him. And he should not go to forest, should not go to farm of tea, to farm of coffee, to farm of anything else. He should approach people. By doing this with the security organ, it was the intention of reducing the numbers who could turn up. We saw that during those days, police and soldiers, they could beat up people, but it was too much, arresting the voters, tear gassing in the community, to torture kids, lame, old people, and those who are innocent, trying to create fear among the people not to come out and vote. It was also a discredit to the incumbent who was in the race, because he has powers to stop all this, being that CDF is a son of a president who was in the race. They had the powers to stop security agents or security organs. Moreover, candidates were given policemen to help them, but other police agents were also overwhelming the campaigns, trying to intimidate people. So this was also a credit indicating that Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu, he won elections. Secondly, we saw soldiers and the policemen trying to campaign for incumbent. According to Constitution of Uganda, distance any security agents to get a part in politics. They are supposed to be neutral. That's why it is enabling them to serve Ugandans with a free will, without any attachment of anything. Therefore, doing that, and they were not stopped and they were not arrested, not even moved from their position, it was a sign that Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu had a strong support. Another thing, money giving out. NRM agents were giving out money to voters, 10K, 20K, with a t-shirt, to turn up into their rallies. School, ongoing kids, younger kids, little kids were seen in Museveni's rallies. Headmistresses and headmasters were supposed to subscribe to the order that they should bring their kids into rallies. And whoever could nullify that was threatened to take away his license. What does it mean? They were forced to take kids to paint a picture that Museveni had support, of which he hadn't. Then another thing, buying musicians and so on to come in the campaign. A lot of money was given to some people individually, taxpayers' money, without accountability. This is condemnable. Then let us touch Electoral Commission, which was the backbone. It was seen balloting results in favor of Museveni. Videos are saturating. Then another thing, Electoral Commission stocked ballot papers without serial numbers. They also stocked biometric without serial numbers and without any representatives of the candidates who were in the race. That was another sign that it was deliberately intended to rig the elections. Then, declaring the results, Chairman of the Electoral Commission was not indicating where exactly the polling station, the village, the sub-county, the count, or the district